know you can speak Russian.
I speak it fluently.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Where did you two learn to speak Russian?
During Mega Wars.
Shh! You're not meant to mention Mega Wars. It's top secret. Our Mega Wars special was the first time all three of us were together. You got on really well with Robert, didn't you, Tyler?
I mean, I try to get along with him. The guy's impossible.
Oh, do you find him impossible?
Yeah, well, don't you?
Yes. Really good luck. Robert's just saying that you're doing an absolutely great job there. And
Thanks a lot. I gotta go and do a chat.
He's not on top of it, is he?
He can't do it. He can't do the job. He's just a little kid in a big body.
Really?
Yeah. Even my family say, how'd you get on the cat? I go, fine, I'm absolutely fine. It's completely blocked it.
I cry in the shower because I don't want anybody to see me cry. I don't want anyone to know.
Actually, we should stop talking about yourself.
Yeah, teams, you got 2 hours.
If you can't look someone in the eye until I really respect your work, Kathy. I mean,
yeah. What are you?
You're just full of crap.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a real person.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, hugs.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You do a great job.
Yeah.
In the junkyard, it's a slippery slope from happiness to wrath. A slope greased by the pressures of time, strained relationships, and the intense heat of our own personal Hades.
A lot of people think the Junkyard Wars set is a tough place to work. Well, it is. The temperatures are hot. How hot? Observe the farm fresh egg. That's hot. And that's good eating. But as the presenter of the show, I don't get any special treatment. No, I'm out there with everybody else, all the teams in the hot sun working away. It's not easy in 115-degree heat, and it's not a bowl of cherries. Hey, speaking of a bowl of cherries, you want to get me some? Thanks. More over here. That's good.
Man, it's hot out there.
When the heat gets to the teams, nerves of steel start to melt, and tempers become as hot as welding rods.
Captain Sam is building a glider, but you can smell the friction between him and expert Barnaby.
Okay, it's important that it be one plane. You know, it'd be better if it's a single band, but if as long as
we're doing something that it's only going to take just for one day's use. It's not going to be something forever. They got an aluminum welder around here.
What do you want to weld, Sam?
All the aluminum instead of bolted.
No, you can't do it. It won't be strong enough.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
No, trust me. It's T6 stuff.
No,
you try to weld it, it's going to fail. Don't do it.
Not.
Bolt it.
It's not going to fail if you weld it.
Yeah, well, with my butt in it, it's not going to get welded, okay? Please, trust me on this one.
Shortly after that conversation, Barnaby has to be whisked off by medic Roy for an emergency chill-out.
You're the man. I want to walk out of here.
His blood pressure is dangerously high.
We'll leave this on.
The other team expert, Chuck, is also under surveillance, but Chuck can't get his mind off the build.
I just need that one more calculation, though, and then they can start cutting the wood.
If Barnaby's blood pressure stays too high, he won't be allowed back on the set.
That's pretty darn good, put it this way.
You didn't want to be there.
It's all clear for Barnaby, but he's got to take it easy.
How do you feel?
Okay.
Oh my goodness, another hour has passed. You have 2 hours to...
In the last 2 hours of the build, any remnants of wrath are transformed into complete and utter madness.
Hey, Greg, if you keep doing that, you're going to go blind.
Everyone goes completely and utterly crazy.
See, it's the moment you've been getting. You have 1 hour remaining.
Welcome to Junkyard Wars. I'm Kathy Rogers.
And quite frankly, there isn't much you can do about it.
And did you just get slobbered on the damn lens?
Madness isn't the only problem we face with Nightfall.
I swallowed a bug. Did you see that? Did you get that on camera? Thank you very much. All right. I gotta go now. Bye.
Only 5 minutes left.
It's not just the teams who are on a countdown to the finish. So are the crew.
3, 2, 1.
Thankfully, Finally, at the end of 10 hours, it all comes crashing to a halt.
We were down to the wire. I can't believe we were.
He's the short one in our team.
That was probably one of the biggest challenges that I've ever had.
You've done a great job today.
Much more difficult than what we expected.
Please make sure you have a call sheet.
How do you feel about pipes after this? I hate pipes. I never want to see another pipe. Ever.
All right, that's a wrap.
Coming up, the wildest moments of our competition days and the most feared Junkian sin of them all. When you want to win, the one sin you've got to bin is sloth.
Welcome back to the Junkyard Wars Bloopers and Trashy Outtakes show. You've never seen anything like it. We're overflowing with evil, dripping in sins, and really having quite a nice time.
I know. You think I'm pretty cool. Even glamorous. No, it's okay. You can say it. But you know, being the host of such an illustrious TV show, it's tough. Demanding. Exhausting, even.
In the junkyard, sloth is not permitted. We must keep our energy up.
I just love the feeling of rubber against my skin. It's kind of look at that, look. Ooh. And I don't know, it kind of makes me want to dance. Here's the funny thing. I'm the only one who has to go in the water. I gotta go out there and be the rugged guy.
The things we have to do for this show.
They've really got to increase the travel budget on this show. What do you want me to do?
We've been to countless wild locations, from racetracks to firing ranges, water parks to whitewater rapids. All are several hours' drive from the junkyard. On a tight filming schedule, it's a major organizational task to get the teams, crew, and all the hefty equipment to the right place at the right time.
The engineering team is responsible for getting our machines to the location. It's 5:30 a.m. and Head of Engineering Tristan's day has started badly.
Oh, sorry, I missed that completely.
The crew are on their way to the test location, but the low loader hasn't turned up to transport the team's machines.
I don't know, the driver must have overslept or something. So the boss is going to jump into the truck, and he says he can get us there on time. But there's no way we're going to be 1.5 hours late.
He can kiss goodbye to his lunch break today.
On test day mornings, it's always a race to keep to the schedule. The art department have just a few hours to build and dress the sets.
I don't think people realize how long it can take, actually, sometimes. Sometimes we don't even realize how long it can take. But we kind of sorted now. I think everything's quite nice, actually. I think it's turned out really well.
I think you did all the hard work, didn't you, Clint?
I always do all the hard work.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that about you.
Yeah, I'm a hard worker.
That's why we've decided to promote you to the executive producer now.
No, I'm okay.
And you're going to run the rest of today.
All right, break for lunch.
There's no time for sloth on our shoots, and that's true for every member of the team.
Who we got in here? Oh, getting up to no good. Dennis, what do you do, apart from when you're sitting in here?
I'm the executive producer in charge of... I'm the producer in charge.
Tell the truth. You can tell which department works the hardest. The only 3 people relaxing are all members of the camera team.
Yeah, but there's 37 of us out in the field, working our asses off. Hard.
And even when you're relaxing, you're watching what your colleagues are doing, so you can wind them up about it afterwards.
Well, look at me. Look at me, Kathy. Look at me. I'm 18 years old. Look at me. I'm a mess. This is my very first job ever in show business.
Did we do this to you?
When we really want to take the camera operators for a ride, we just put them in a helicopter.
Spud to John.
Spud is the technical director in charge of all the cameras.
Yeah, John, what I'm going to do, mate, I'm going to send 2 tapes out to you. Can you use these 2 tapes as they're labelled up with your camera?
That's what flew Kathy here today.
We walked.
We walked all the way from LA.
One of our most spectacular locations is the Kern River in California. Our teams have come here for the Power Raft Challenge. It's a very difficult course. The teams need to race both up and down this fast-flowing river. Their boats must be highly manoeuvrable and powerful enough to beat the fierce current.
So what's happening here is what we call tinkering time, which is sometimes genuinely just a sort of like bit of tweaking to the machine, but sometimes it's a bit of a euphemism for an entire rebuild.
It's also tinkering time for the whole crew. Clint and the art department must put the finishing touches to the set and props. There's just time for some last-minute medical attention. He's got a bug in his eye. Technical director Spud checks out all the specialist camera equipment, including the mini-cams that give us our action shots from on board the machines.
Right, this is an amphibico underwater housing. This is to keep our camera dry.
The river is flowing at 2,200 cubic feet a second and is a numbing 45 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the most dangerous water challenge we've ever staged.
So we need a huge safety team, headed up by the godfather of white water, Tom Moore.
Primary safety concerns today, number 1 are the people in the boats. Number 2 are the crafts themselves.
While costume designer Eloise prepares the contestants, Tom has a surprise in store for them.
We'll do a safety swim with all of the contestants before they get in the boat so they know what to do when they're in the water. So I know I have 1 whitewater swimmer. Anybody been whitewater before too?
Many times.
Many times, good.
I can swim, actually.
Good.
I've actually been whitewater rafting, but I don't know how to swim.
Okay then. That's why you have a life jacket on.
We help.
For the Dukes of Spook's non-swimming Captain Dave, this could be an even greater challenge than the race itself. First up are the Rocket Men. And it's a textbook launch for the NASA boys. Now it's Duke of Spook Dave's turn to freak out. And that's another ghost laid to rest.
I don't know, they said 1, 2, 3, and I jumped. And I went down, and eventually came back up. And it was okay.
The teams weren't the only ones who had to get in that freezing cold water. You should have seen how many times I had to do this line.
There's got to be a better way to do this. I know what I need.
Can you try and deliver your line a little bit quicker this time round?
There's got to be a... Sorry.
Don't stand up in the water, make it look like a keeper.
There's got to be an easier way to do this.
I'm
sorry. Oh, there's got to be an easier way.
Oh, look good for me.
Look good? Okay, yeah, I just want 1 more. So I'll get back in the water.
Those directors, they're all such tyrants.
There was Nick with the cannon, Fred on building bashers.
No, I'm fired. Ugh.
Johanna on Mega Wars, of course she's not the one crawling in the dirt. Amelia on Power Raft, Brian with the torpedoes, David and the portable bridge. And they're all bossy.
But then we don't always make it easy for them.
Action! Welcome back to Junkyard Wars, we're... We can't talk anymore! Welcome back to Junkyard Wars, I actually can't say it. And the rocket scientists are just about to see if they can live up to their name. I've really lost the plot. Okay. We're at the most crucial part of our whitewater powerboat challenge, and we're just about to find out. Never normally like this.
So we need all our...
Diana, the line producer, is in the hot seat on every shoot. She's in charge of the overall safety of the entire crew and teams.
We have fire standby, our set medic Roy. We also have 2 other paramedics and an ambulance.
And why are we so concerned about safety? Because this is the kind of thing our teams get up to.
Can this work anymore?
No, we blew the cushion.
One of the challenges that had everyone biting their nails was gliders.
God, protect this airplane, protect everybody who flies it, so you have safe landing.
Biggest headache is safety expert Chad Bastian.
We don't know how they're going to behave. They're not certified for flight. Who knows what they're going to do?
There they go. And we're just waiting for some... There we go! Oh, nasty!
You okay?
I'm okay.
They don't come any more dangerous than heavy artillery.
This is probably, in my opinion, the single most dangerous challenge that Junkyard Wars has ever tried to do.
These lethal weapons require a special destructive devices permit. The only man who can issue one is the inspector from the Firearms Division of the California Department of Justice.
They've done a very good job. They've spent some time on them, and looks like they're going to be a lot of fun to shoot.
With a couple of cannons made out of junk on the loose, safety is paramount.
But it is amazing the number of extra people you need when it's a dangerous one, who you want to have nothing to do.
Weighing out the frighteningly explosive black powder, we have the best man in the business, aptly named Cap.
I'm putting together the charges for the 2 guns.
Have you seen the copy anywhere?
No.
Even from inside the safety bunker, you can feel the excitement.
A miss. No bricks, man. It's all over.
We all stood there silently, say missed. Looking at each other, did she say missed? And then it was like,
That one shot just took it out.
Yeah. The cannons must now be destroyed. Filling them with cement is pretty effective. The man from the Department of Justice gives us the all clear, and it's time to get everything back to the junkyard, because all our junk is recycled, ready for new challenges.
So we've already feasted on vanity, pride, wrath and sloth. What does that leave us with?
I think it's greed, envy, and lust.
So which one should we go for next?
Don't go away. Welcome back to the Junkyard Wars Bloopers and Trashy Outtakes show. So, Kathy, what sin should we go for next? Greed? Envy? Lust?
It's obvious. One sin overshadows all the others, driven by the team's desire to get their hands on the beautiful, the priceless, the unique Junkyard Wars trophy.
Envy.
In the Junkie universe, the ultimate sin is envy.
Our teams will go to outrageous lengths just to get their hands on a lump of scrap.
Sorry, mate.
Hang on, I just think they just nicked our engines.
You know, they got me on camera stealing from you guys, right?
what? What were you stealing? Miami thief head?
How is it you get 2 trailers and we have none?
That's never gonna work.
It's never gonna work. I don't like that.
What? I don't know what you guys are thinking.
In the Building Bashers final, Junkyard Envy reaches record levels.
You're doing it wrong, buddy. You're doing it wrong.
The Rocket Men and Miami Gearheads demolition machines may not be quite up to the job.
But does that stop them?
Number 7. Clear! Clear!
No way. The Rocket Men trashed the rule book to get to the trophy.
Cut it off. Get off the truck.
When Miami Gearhead Frank sees what the opposition are doing, Envy gets the better of him. If in doubt, trash it.
I think they've abandoned hydraulics at this point.
Tyler, we try and learn about hydraulics, we try and learn about winches, and what do we get?
We get in your face, get out of my way. I'm knocking this wall down one way or the other.
You're not wrong.
Our teams always push themselves and their machines to the limit.
Where are those?
Oh, Lord, why all this trouble?
And they do it all for the trophy.
But it isn't just about winning.
Dedicate this one to you!
Woo! Yeah!
No way! Oh!
Considering we only ever have one team of champions, it's amazing how many heroes.
It was like the biggest rush I ever had in my life. Nothing ever like it.
Wow.
You seem really emotional.
Going nuts.
I just can't believe it.
I can't believe we're coming back here.
Are you kidding me?
It's been a fantastic experience. It's amazing. We gave it our best, and we came up short.
What do you mean you're not kissing?
Kiss that freaking thing.
I'm kissing right here.
In that butt.
And that's the only time you're going to do that to us.
We were up, we were down, we're up, we were down. This was outrageous. It's something we're not going to ever forget.
Thanks. A lot more physically demanding than we expected.
I don't consider it a failure. I was very happy with what we did. Exactly. I guess you could call it a few breaks short of a load.
I would have never thought I could have done it. Crazy. Wow.
So I guess we can't get much more sinful than that, huh?
I think we can.
All right, Mega Wars, the ultimate junkie and pig out. A metal-bashing orgy of sin, lust, and gluttony. 3 teams, 3 test locations, over 4 days of mechanical mayhem.
In our biggest challenge yet, 3 teams gather from around the globe to pit their mechanical wits against each other in the junkyard.
Meet the American Raptors.
The British Bulldogs.
And the Russian Bears.
Together they embark on a challenge which will take them and their machines into the wildest terrain on Earth as they compete for junkyard global domination.
Sorry, but that's all we have time for.
I think that's going to be a scintillating show.
Yes, devilishly good.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, I don't know yet, but it's bound to be naughty.
Ooh, can I come?
No.
The day after Thanksgiving, there's nothing better than digging into a nice, hot engine, all pumped up and ready to roll. Watch in awe as the Junkyard Wars Marathon continues with Hot Rods, next on TLC.
This time, TLC brings you a Junkyard Wars so enormous, so gargantuan, it needs 3 international teams, 3 hosts, and 2 days to make a 3-part machine. But wait, did we mention it's a 2-hour special?
Junkyard Mega Wars, Sunday at 8 only on TLC.